بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين وصلى الله على محمد وأهل بيته الطاهرين. Respected Agha Abidi, the representative of His Eminence Sayyid Ali Hussain Sistani Hafizahullah, respected scholars, President of Mumbai Jamaat Alhaj Ali Shraf, elders of the community, my beloved community members, parents, MLAs, all protocols observed, my young brothers and sisters and children and graduates who have come for this great event. Salamun alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I cannot express my happiness. I don't have words to express the happiness with which I see this event manifesting this evening. When Ali Bhai called me that you must come for this event, I told him my schedule is extremely tight. I have a flight to London tomorrow. It's going to be difficult. But the moment he told me that you are talking of almost 400 young people of this community who will be rewarded or recognized, reward is a small thing, recognized for their fantastic achievements in education, he told me, please do come and energize the environment here. I said, and I say again, I have not come to energize you, you have energized me. The way I see this program, the young people, the management under the able leadership of Ali Bhai, and each and every one of you, it inspires me because Mumbai Jamaat is the second largest Khoja, Shia, Isnaashari Jamaat in the world. We need the census because we don't even know whether we are 125 or 124,000. Probably every Khoja needs one prophet to be guided. Or whether we are 150,000, we don't know. That is why the census is important, but many other questions that the census will answer. But there is no doubt from the understanding that we have that after the Karachi Pirai Jamaat, which is around 50,000 in numbers, you are the second largest community. And when we see that one of our prime objectives is education. As we heard Maulana Sahib Bilgrami say, that the success of the community is on various pillars. At the World Federation as a Khoja committee, there are 3 pillars. But we don't like the word 3, we prefer 5. Education, 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 housing, economic upliftment through microfinance support. These are the pillars which take us to the next level in our lives, in our worldly lives. We'll talk about the hereafter in a different manner. And when I see today, when I looked at the profile, when Ali Bhai shared the various Excel sheets to explain the different awards that you will be providing, we are talking of excellent diversity. Commerce, HR management, food nutrition, dietitians, counseling, psychology, chartered accountants, business management, MBA, applied computing, speech therapy, law, auditory, verbal specialty, orthopedics, dentistry, so on and so forth. This is only amongst the people who will be provided that award today. So you can imagine the diversity, and I have no doubt that today as a Khoja community, we have experts in every field. Of course, we have a long journey to go. Last week, the United Nations hired one of a Khoja Shia Isnaashari lady, female, young lady, to join their artificial intelligence team that is setting AI for the global community. I remember, it was only a few years ago when His Eminence Sayyid Sistani needed an eye surgery. They contacted us that we need a Khoja doctor from London who is a specialist in eye to do the operation. And he flew to Najaf. When Ayatollah Ghul Peghani had issues, there was a doctor from the Khoja Shia Isnaashari community from Paris that flew. We are a community of simplicity and sincerity. We don't say much, but we are proud that we do a lot. Alhamdulillah, with the tawfiq of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when I see 400 young people with so much diversity, I have only encouragement that there is a bright future for Mumbai Jamaat. In Ali Bhai, I have no doubt that what you and your team have done today will go a long way in encouraging many more to thrive in excellence in all dimensions. And our ladies and the females that are working extremely hard, I really want to take this wonderful opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you. And I would like to say on behalf of the global community that we are very, very proud of you. Keep it up. You already have heard scholars say, move on, excel, be the best. There is no mediocrity there. The Khoja Shia Isnaashari community is the pride of the wider Shia community, let alone the Muslim community and the world, and we should strive towards that, inshallah. Having said that, there is no doubt that knowledge brings power, authority, wealth. And the beautiful example that I hear from the scholars, and I don't need to repeat that, but when Prophet Sulaiman prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the scholars will correct me, that Allah grant me the authority and the power that you have never given anyone before me and you will never give anyone after me, where I can control the heavens and the earth, where I can control the humans and the jinns and the animals. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Prophet Sulaiman, if you want that authority, you need to pass a test. So what is the test? He sent Jibreel with 3 questions, multiple choice. Allah presents in front of you knowledge, He presents in front of you wealth, and He presents in front of you authority and power. You need to choose one. Allah only will grant you one. That is the answer you need to question that you have in front of you. Prophet Sulaiman responded that Jibreel, I had asked for authority, but now there is knowledge. And the absolute knowledge is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself. And if I want to get closer to Him and to understand, I need knowledge. So I will say goodbye to the other 2. I will take knowledge. At that point in time, when Jibreel awarded knowledge to Sulaiman and he told the other 2 faculties, let's go back to God, the response of wealth and authority was, Jibreel, when Allah created us, He said you should follow knowledge. Wherever knowledge goes, wealth goes there, authority goes there. Sulaiman got all 3. Knowledge. The power of knowledge that we can see. Now I like to summarize here, for the young people in particular, that yes, you get wealth, you earn well, you will be the best, you will have a good livelihood, and you will support others. You will have authority, you will have the destiny to change the future of the community. And so on and so forth. We have an MLA who has come, so welcome to him as well. Assalamu alaikum. But with knowledge comes responsibility, but importantly the ethos and the ethics and the values that we hear. Because it is knowledge that makes you broad-minded. You will listen to criticism without criticizing immediately. With knowledge comes perseverance and understanding. You will sit back and reflect what that individual told you. And if that individual told you something you don't like, your knowledge will tell you, succumb, be quiet. But if that critique, Maulana was telling me today when I asked him, that how do you react to criticism? He says, I remain silent. But if the critique is valid and it makes sense and I have made a mistake, I will be the first to stand and say, please teach me more. That is the power of knowledge. But importantly, what knowledge brings is humility and humbleness. And that is critical because it is a value system. It is said when you look at the tree, and the sweeter the fruit from the tree, that branch will bend even more because the fruit is heavy and weighty. The more knowledge we have, the more humble we become in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There was a scholar who was asked a question by an elderly lady. He was paid by the king of the time on an hourly basis. Every hour of advice, say $300, example, or $500. And the king used to invite him to give him the knowledge in different dimensions. And there was an old lady who came up to the scholar and said, I have a question. She said, please. He said, please, oh mother, please ask me your question. And so she asked him a very reasonable question, and he said, mother, I don't know. I don't know. She said, what sort of scholar are you? You are paid hourly $500 by the king to answer his question. You cannot answer a single question of an old lady. He replied, oh mother, if the king had paid me for the knowledge I had, his entire wealth would not suffice. I don't know. So knowledge brings you the fact that you don't know. Because knowledge is infinite. That infinite knowledge is only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When I visited the kingdom of Saudi Arabia and when I visited the Ministry of Education, I saw the words of the Quran written at the top. وَفَوْقَ ذُو عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ. That beyond every knowledge there is somebody more knowledgeable, because that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the fact that we have the opportunity to study is His blessing. The fact that we have the opportunity to go out and get excellence is His blessing. And when we recognize that blessing, everything is earned, this world and the hereafter. This is where the morality comes. Today we see there are people mercilessly butchered in the world with all the wealth and knowledge of the world, but where is that knowledge which has no humility or humanity? Because it is this knowledge that will bring humanism within you, but importantly recognition of God. I will finish with only two more words. And one is that when I went to study to the United Kingdom, I was in Africa. I was living in Mombasa, in a modest town. We didn't have opportunities of higher education that you have in India. India, Alhamdulillah, today has profound colleges, universities, established ones. And this is the growth of this country where people are taking full advantage, and we are privileged as the Khoja Shia community to be able to be part of serving the students of our communities. And I would also like to thank one of our philanthropists here who is even helping the native community here, let alone the Khoja and Shia Isnaashari community. This is the contribution to India, and of course you all will excel. But when I was going to UK to study, the first letter that my father wrote to me when I was in Scotland was the famous poet of Akbar al-Abadi, where Akbar al-Abadi says, "Tum college mein shok se padho, baag mein phoolo, park mein jhulo." Do anything you want, sports, enjoy, recreation, go for skiing, you're in a beautiful country, enjoy yourself, study very hard, extremely hard, be the best. College mein shok se padho, baag mein phoolo, park mein jhulo, par ek sukhan is bande ajiz ke rahe yaad, ek apni sifat ko aur ek khuda ko na bhulo. Don't forget yourself and don't forget your Lord. When these two are intertwined, that scholar becomes the best scholar in this world and the hereafter. And I see, Ali Bhai, that inspiration in this community. That is why I say it. What you have done today and you will continue to do is to take this to the next level of maturity. The World Federation will do everything to support you, because education is the priority of the Khoja Shia Isnaashari community worldwide. Not only for the Khoja, it is our responsibility to also help the wider Shia community, and there are many philanthropists here who are doing that. Even the Sadat community, we have to make an effort that within India, the entire Shia Isnaashari community, if not the best, should be one of the best, inshallah. And with the du'as of the ulama and the support of the philanthropists, why not? We can do it. We can do it, we will do it. And on this occasion, I would like to announce, inshallah, that we will do everything to support you. No Khoja Shia Isnaashari student should be or will be deprived of higher education. That is a guarantee we have given the Jamaat. I wish we could do it for the entire Shia community. At this point in time, we don't have the resources, but please pray that we get the opportunity together with philanthropists here and globally, that we can even support the wider. We are supporting, but the reach is much more. So every student who wants to aspire for higher education at the highest level, master's, PhD, the support is there. At a higher level, there will be a loan support. At a different level, there will be a grant support, which is established. So at this point in time, really, I would like to end by saying the census that Ali Bhai mentioned is very important to us. We don't know the demographics of our community. We don't know the different socio-economic groups of our community. How are we going to plan? We are only 125 to 50,000. We can have the best of education. We can have the best of health. We can have the best of housing. And we can have the best of microfinance capabilities, that every Khoja should be independent and not dependent on philanthropy. Rather, they should be philanthropy serving others, inshallah ta'ala. That is our aspiration. But to get to the aspiration, we need your census. Please do help us. And in the end, I would really personally like to commend Ali Bhai and his entire team for the fantastic work, where I have just spent a few hours today, literally. Only I have come for the day, but the hours I have spent with his team, with every individual, the education department, the medical department, the social department, the youth departments, when I look at the projects, the Kabristan, the Khoja wall, the heritage team, I only see great stuff in Mumbai. and the talent. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, to give tawfiq to you and the volunteers. As many young people that can come in, it will help the future. Leadership needs to change. I haven't said it for 2.5, 3 years, but I would like to say it today. In India in particular, and for the other regions as well, young leadership is required. It is essential. It is a necessity. Well, Federation already provided the olive branch. We want to see transparency, accountability, good governance, professionalism, dynamism. We will throw more money. Not me. The donors will throw more money. But they have confidence. Right now, the confidence of the donors are there, but not as much as it should be. And that's because they want to see transparency, accountability, governance, professionalism, dynamism. I see there is an opportunity now. Alibai, you have within your team and the young people who are graduating, grab them, bring them in, and I know you are doing it. I'm just reminding myself and others within the wider India that we have got to transfer that sort of authority slowly and gradually to the younger people. We are a dynamic community. We are a growing community. We need strong leadership. I have no doubt that Mumbai can be one of the forefront in this journey, inshallah. I pray for the tawfiqat of all of you, all the volunteers, and inshallah the team here as well, and the wider community and the philanthropists and everybody. Jazakallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.